What am I doing here? What am I supposed to say? Okay, listen. Alright, listen. The opinions expressed in the following episode do not reflect Big Beard Productions, and is solely that of the guest featured at the time. Thank you. Watch at your own risk. I got a beer. Guys, hey, Big Beard here on a special episode, and actually today we got my man Jerry. Jerry, we're going to cut right into this straight up and give these people something, excuse me, to talk about. What can we talk about? First, we're going to let Jerry introduce himself. Are you, Jerry, are you local? Do you live around here?
I am local.
He is local. He's a local historian or just a local resident?
I'm just a local resident,
Okay.
you know. I'm just passing through.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right. We have I've known him for many years. We have a relationship as far as a friendship, and we are awesome together. This guy I've known for like a while, a long time. So he's one of the guys that can bring a different perspective as well. Let's go ahead and get right into this first. Even though I don't have my notes in front of me, and I don't have my composition notebook that usually Cousin Amos passes over. But what we're going to do is still, we don't need them. Okay, first question. I'm going to say a word, and you say the first thing that pops in your head, a word back. All right? This is one of those things. All right.
All right.
Okay. Blue.
Ocean.
Okay. All right. I like that. Automatically, I want to go up.
Down.
In.
Out.
Oh, over.
Under.
Oh, okay. Red.
I was going to say ocean. Red. Let's see. I don't know, dude.
Nothing red.
No.
Nothing comes to mind. He
I
said
don't-
nothing. That'll count. That'll count.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do this right here. Fart.
Zone.
Fart. That's good. That's good.
Oh, it's over here.
All right. We're going to do, this is another part. That was good. These were good answers. Let's do this right here. We're going to give you, I'm going to say, okay, let's do it like this. This is the have yous. All right. We got some have yous. And you can say yes or no. We don't have to get into it. I do want you to keep a story in mind, but not right now. All right. Have yous. Have you ever been in a plane?
I have not.
Never.
Never.
Oh, okay. All right. You ever been to the Eiffel Tower? Never. All right. You ever been out of the country?
I have not.
Wow. Ever been on a cruise?
Nope.
Have you ever dyed your hair?
I have.
You have dyed your hair. We got that one.
Yep, I have. Dyed my hair blonde.
You dyed your hair blonde.
Yeah, but that's for another story.
That's for another. Wait a minute. We have stories now. All right. Okay. You you don't have to get into full detail unless you feel like plugging it. And at which point, We'll let him. What do you do now?
As far as what?
Jobs.
I'm a tattoo artist.
Have you ever walked out of a job?
Out of a job?
Yes.
I
quit.
have. I have.
All right. Now, let's go right back to the tattoo story. Tattoo shop story. You now are a tattoo artist.
I am.
And I think he's great. Do you want to plug that or no?
Cryptic Ink in Gainesville, Georgia.
Oh, wow. I'll put that up there just so everybody can see that. All right. This guy, you need to get over there and see him. He'll tell you all the deals. We'll have the more information. I'll even include it in the link below so you can actually go and give him a look. I don't have any tattoos. I know a lot of artists want me. But I had piercings. I did have piercings. You do that too. You do that as well.
No.
But you can hook them up to go where to go.
Yeah, we do
Not
do
you.
piercings.
Yeah.
Not me personally. I was going to, but I'm just an artist.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you what. What is on your mind right now? We're going to talk about something, bring a topic to fill this this gap up of friends. What you have a story that excites you? Tell anything you want to be on your mind. You came in a podcast back in November, which I'm still working on, and I didn't like everything about it, but he was one of the first to do a podcast, and here we are doing a video podcast, and yeah, I think that's I think that alone is weird to me, because it's like you've done this a little bit sitting down, and now we're sitting down and it's being recorded. I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you for a while. You see this guy all the time. Here's what's crazy is that you have developed literally into this big tattoo genius that did you really know? You knew you could draw.
Yeah.
You knew you were an artist as far as drawing. Did you ever think what made you? What made you? Who made you want to tattoo?
I just had a bunch of friends that they just got out of prison, and they were making their own machines and running on each other, and it just intrigued me. I was like, I can draw. I like tattoos. So I started teaching myself how to do it.
You say teaching yourself. You would just watch them, and you had to practice.
Yeah, no, I'd practice and research online.
So you did a lot of it. I mean, I knew you could draw a little, but I didn't know. I'll have to include some links or something so they can see you. We'll have to put some up on the screen at the end or do this, because it's phenomenal what's really going on. And that was what made you excuse us. When did you decide this for real, that you wanted to do this? Has it been a few years? It's been a few years, a couple of years now?
Yeah, I mean, I was obsessing over it so much. I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I enjoyed it, but I had to get a real job. And, well, so they say. I had to get a real job that was paying money, because I needed it at the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I stopped for a while. Yeah, so I stopped.
You have talent.
Yeah, of course.
And it's funny, they say if you find a job, and you've heard this before, and if not, if you find a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
I want to add to that and say, I don't want to work anymore. You do.
Exactly.
I want to love my job. We all got job stories, and we all got where we have been and where we have not been. But the bottom line is, I know you found this, I say, untapped potential. You knew you could draw and you had this obsession, but you took it literally from your mind to a needle. Do they have things that they call like freestyle? I come in and say, get me a tattoo. Do you still tell somebody look at one and then choose one?
I mean, yeah, pretty much, unless they're just trying to get something. And then, I mean, me personally, I don't freehand. I don't draw it on the skin.
You draw it on the paper first.
Yeah, well, no, we use it's all digital. I'll digitally create the image that I want, and then I'll print it out and then apply it to the skin.
I like that. Is there any tips? Like, could you have any? But is there anything? The number one thing that is a no. I'm going to say first two things before you get a tattoo. If you're coming in, what's the no-no? When people come in first time getting a tattoo. Something that bugs you.
Pretty much they don't give you any artistic freedom. They know what they want, and most of the time it'll be something really cheap because they're shopping with price as far as, and that's just destroying the industry. And I mean, yeah, I mean it's easy money, but that's just it's not preserving the industry at all. It's actually destroying it because these small tattoos, there's no art behind it. I mean, art's art, but that's one thing I hate. I mean, it does pay my bills, but it's pride over paycheck. I want to do really beautiful, nice, large-scale pieces that could be seen across the room,
That's what I'm talking about. Telling you that you are that talented, that passion. That's what I'm talking about. That's the answers I'm looking for. I'm sitting there like, yes, no, maybe we can do this, maybe. You have this passion. Your work is already on people. This is not like you didn't just pick this up. Your work is on people. What's the most common thing that you hear about a tattoo that's after they've gotten it, if they come back, even if you don't experience it?
Either I was out in the sun or I went swimming or, just stuff like that. Like they didn't take care of it. They took a bath. Just, poor care of it. Because, I mean, it is an open sore at the end of the day. You have to treat it as one,
Yeah, at least, yeah. So you're saying they'll go get water in it, which is a no.
I mean, you can get water in it. You just can't have it submerged or anything like that.
Well, of course not. Bacteria.
And you can't let it dry out and scab up. And most people pick their scabs, and that just pulls the ink out. And it makes a really good tattoo look poorly done, and that's not the case.
So you're saying sometimes a tattoo can look poorly done because the negligence that happened to care for it.
Yes.
So sometimes they can go, this tattoo already sucks, or it was horrible. Yeah. No, you sat there and dug at it for a week, and now
you pulled all the ink out and picked it out.
Okay.
I know when I applied it that my skill level was, it was applied, professionally, and it shouldn't have looked like that. And like we know the telltale signs of what it's supposed to look like.
Especially when you
we can tell what when they come back. Like I mean, my shop we do touch-ups for free up to a year. So I mean, I'll touch it up just because that's my job, and I like my work to look really good.
Yeah.
But I can tell if you feel it poorly.
So you have more like pet peeves instead of that. You said the common thing with people not taking care of it.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's more of a pet peeve that if you come in and say, okay, you have the books on the wall. I guess you call them books. Once again, I've went with friends. I don't have any. But you go and they choose. I want this tattoo. You have another book. You have another book. Does it work that way?
Yeah, I mean, well,
you
most
don't go
people.
There and cut that off the wall.
I mean, that's the old school way. That's like old school.
So yeah, well, what happens now? Because I'm old.
Yeah,
I'm old. I don't know this.
No, I mean, people come in with photos on their phones and stuff like that.
Oh well, of course.
So it's all like preset.
Yeah.
It's not like custom flash.
So
like
if I came in with a picture on my phone and I said, "Hey, I want this," you can do that.
Yeah.
Do you trace it, or do you have to send it to you and you print it out?
No, I mean, you'd send it to me. I'd pull it up on Procreate, and I'd pretty much redesign it.
So I could stand there and send it to your Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, I'll run on like email and stuff like that, but it really doesn't matter as long as I get the image and I can pull it up on my
if you get it.
iPad.
That's living like you're living in like 30-30.
Yeah.
Well, this is like 20-20.
No, funny story about that is I was filling out paperwork the other day.
Yeah.
Because I was about to do a tattoo and we had to fill out the date on the top of the paperwork, and I was putting 2/29/30. So it's funny you said that. I was like, damn, y'all.
30.
Yeah, I was like, I'm already in 30/30. Fuck.
Well, wow. You know, I don't think much would change. I think that people in 30/30, just to reiterate that, I think that people will still be doing the dumb shit. They're still doing. Because I remember being a kid. This is funny. We're talking about everything under the sun, including the sun here. I remember being a little kid and thinking in 2020 there would be flying cars. There would be. Here we are talking about, you know, even when I was a kid, it's like tattoos were not a big deal. They've always been a culture. I know they're a culture thing, and we can talk about tattoos going back to probably ancient years as far as customs but here, you know, I never really thought that people would be catching on the way they did. So here we are talking about tattoos and no flying cars. So what I'm saying here is this really got to where our cultural differences made us grow to the point where when it comes to being a tattoo artist, first off, I think there's rules. There's a code. Somebody told me about a code. It's not a tattoo gun. No, it's not a tattoo gun. You can still say that. Is that something that bugs you?
I mean, it does.
Tattoo machine.
Yeah, I mean, we'll play around and call it a tat gad every now and again. But,
well, yeah,
I mean,
sure.
But I mean, as far as like, it's a machine because it is your tool, and you know that's why we have toolboxes because we utilize them like that. So it's our machines.
True.
You don't keep a gun in a toolbox.
It's true.
You know, necessarily.
True.
You know, you
you
don't need
too.
a gun. Like you don't utilize it as a tool. I mean, you can, but that's sport or other things. But
yeah, true. Man's got a point.
Yeah, I mean, tattoo gun. I mean.
Yeah, true. I'm going to put a link up here very shortly. We've just got a couple of minutes here, and I think once we hear the music here, I think we'll know our cues. But yeah, you got a good point at that, and the way you're speaking of it, it is an art. You have an art. You have a passion. You guys, once again, I keep saying it. I'll put pictures up. I'll put a link up. The end of this video. When we play out, I'll put up some of your art. I will get you to send me some, and I'll put it up, and you guys can be sure to check that out. This man knows what he's doing. Jerry Tristan. It's weird that as long as I've known you, I never really thought that I'd ever have a sit down. I mean, we've sat down, we've hung out, we've done hung out and done a lot of things. But I never really thought that I'd sit down and talk to you and truly interview you about what you do. A lot of people's jobs, a lot of people's things that they do, people go, whether it's my job, whether it's somebody else's job, every job is unique. And with me, I think tattoo is more than just, I got a tattoo and me and my buddy and my mom. I think it's wonderful. I do appreciate you being on. I'm glad that you can be the guest. This bonus guest, it is always a pleasure to hang out with you, period. And now to have you here, Big Beard and friends, you guys, I'm going to tell you, the one, the only, can never not give him his props, Jerry Tristan. So until next time, the music will play us out. Love y'all. Love, peace.
Later, y'all.
Chicken grease.